Oh, little Kaiba. Who is the most beautiful puggy in the world? Yes, you are. You are a beautiful, beautiful puggy. You're a beautiful, beautiful puggy. Don't worry. We're not moving anywhere. I know, you'll see the boxes and you're like, Daddy, what's going on? I don't like it when we move stuff. Don't worry. I'm going to put those boxes back where they go after this video. But Daddy wanted to shoot a very special video. Daddy's going to shoot this one. And if I have time, I'm going to try and shoot one more. And then we're going to eat. And I promise after that we will do the thing that you are really excited for. WALK. And it'll be a nice afternoon. But you know what they did the other day, Kaiba? Daddy is very excited about this. And Daddy's been wanting to talk about this for a few weeks. But I couldn't. Because your buddy Perry's always around when I wanted to. You know what they did the other day? They fixed Yu-Gi-Oh! I am so excited about this. Kaiba, I am so excited about this. Look, Daddy can get out his old Yu-Gi-Oh cards again. We can play Yu-Gi-Oh again. They fixed it. They fixed the Yu-Gi-Oh. Yes, Yu was named after Seto Kaiba. Seto Kaiba's from Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. Daddy's so excited. Daddy is so excited. Look, he got out all his old cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! And more Yu-Gi-Oh! And all this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Daddy was collecting Yu-Gi-Oh for a very, very long time. Yu-Gi-Oh was Daddy's favoriteest game. And they finally fixed it. And Daddy wants to talk about that. So, Daddy's going to make a short video talking about that. And then I got to shoot the new set versus old set finale. So, what is Genesys? Yes, you're going to be very loud, I know. Oh, yes. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, 1 second. Put the camera down for a second. Yes, baby. You need something? You need a little snackums? Would you like that? Does it make it better? Put that there for you. Okay? I know. All the stuff is in your spot. I know. What is Daddy doing? How could Daddy put all this stuff in your spot? I will move the stuff soon. Okay, I'll move the stuff now. These are Daddy's old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Daddy loves these cards so much. 20 plus years, 25 plus years of collecting. Daddy has many, 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 many Yu-Gi-Oh decks. And because of my excitement for Genesys, I am also debuting today. I'm going to put this back up here where it was for a second. Today, I am debuting a new playmat. Oh my goodness. Yes, eat your treat. A new playmat in honor of our return to Yu-Gi-Oh! The God Mat. Ooh. Oh, I think it... No, it doesn't. I was going to say, I think it even has outlines for cards. Kind of does, actually. Kind of does. Let me test this. Let me test this. Almost looks like there's... I just want to make sure I put this card back where it goes. Ooh, close. Very close. I like it. Very nice. Very, very nice. So as I was saying, I am super, super stoked about the fact that we are going back to that Genesys is a thing. And we are going back to Yu-Gi-Oh! I am going to probably take a whole bunch of my old decks and try and redesign them around these rules so I can go play again. Because no link And no pendulum monsters! Every other card allowed! I am so freaking stoked about this. The original field layout is used, so no extra monster zones, nor pendulum zones. So we're going back to the basic board. We're doing the basic structure before they mess this whole game up. Standard forbidden and limited cards list is not used, so anything can be used except for Link Pendulum Monsters. With the 3 copy max, of course, still applying. And deck construction has a point system now. So most cards cost 0, but a whole bunch of cards will cost something. And the standard point cap is 100, but events can run or have any point cap, even a 0 point cap. So we have to, keep an eye out on what kind of points we want to build each deck to. But I am really, really excited about this. And down here we have the list of all the different cards that are going to be pointed. So you can see, for example, Abyss Dweller, you can have 1 copy of that and that will suck up all your points. Same with Amorphactor Pain, the Imagination Drac Overlord. Holy crap, that's a mouthful. But I mean, like, everything is on the table, and there's so many things, though, that are ranked with 100 points that you can only use 1 of, which makes it interesting. Like, for example, you can only have an arch nemesis Eschatos or Protos. You can't have both. So that'll make it interesting. There are a lot of very cool, and they've done a whole list, like C, D, E, we're just going to randomly stop. We're in the K's. Like, this is a massive, well thought out point system to cover the entire basis of all the cards in play currently. They also have, you can click there to go create and print your deck list using the early access point tabulator tool. That sounds kind of interesting. And read up on info and strategy tips for Genesys, where and how to play and how to build Genesys decks. Like, this is so cool. And I am just so thrilled to have Yu-Gi-Oh! Back. Yu-Gi-Oh! For those who are new to my channel, who don't know, I watched the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! When it debuted when I was 12. And shortly after that, I went out and I bought my first pack of Metal Raiders. And in that first pack, I pulled a Garnecia Elephantis. And that was such a memorable moment for me. And it meant so much to me when I made that first pull that it kind of hooked me for life on this game. And I spent years collecting all these cards. Like, my Magic collection is pretty decent for being in the game for only a few years, plus what I was in college. But I mean, or university, sorry. But I mean, this is just nuts that we can go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! And use all our old cards, and it's really like the original game. Like, this is what I am so excited about. The original game was so... How to say this? It was like the most free-formatted game I'd ever played before, I think is the best way to put it. Like, there were really just the very basic rules that came in the rulebook, and beyond those rules, the game was what it was. You could use whatever you wanted before ban lists came out and things like that. And back in the very beginning of the game, it was pure, and now it's going back to that, and I'm so excited about that. Kaiba less so. Kaiba's like, get on with this, daddy. But me, I wanted to make a really short reaction film. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm going to actually show you guys one of my old Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks before we cap this video off. So for all the Super Deck Sundays that you guys have missed, I'm going to show you guys a cool Yu-Gi-Oh deck. And the one I'm going to show you today is my old zombie deck. Because I really like this deck. I've missed playing with this deck. Granted, this deck is way too, Nope, those are supposed to be in there. That just got really mixed up somehow. This deck is, obviously not illegal, as most of my decks aren't, because my decks are the forbidden decks, hence why I am the Lord of Forbidden Decks. For those who are new to the channel, it came originally from Yu-Gi-Oh! Because when they started banning things, when they started capping deck sizes, etc., I never agreed with it, and I would build a couple decks to play continuously, but for the most part, I built collections of cards that I really wanted to just keep for myself. And so, this is my collection of zombies. I will show you the extra deck first. There are a couple of Link monsters in here, which will definitely get tossed. But we've got our Revive King Hades. I've got the really cool version of the artwork too, the one that's like extra shiny. We got the Archfiend Zombie Skull, Doom Kaiser Dragon, Immortal Dragon, Old Entity Hastor. I know that's not a zombie, but there's a couple of things in here that aren't zombies, just specifically because, honestly, I just thought it was fun to throw some random shit in here too. Dark Diviner, Underground Arachnid, Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon, oops, Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, Beelz of the Diabolic Dragons. I like that one a lot, actually. That one's got really cool artwork. We got ourselves our Draco Lord Nethesis Dragon. A Vampire Fastener. Boo. I'm just going to boo all the Link monsters and put them down there. I got the number 96, Dark Mist. Number 48, Shadow Lynch. And the Zombie Vampire. And then a bunch of other Link monsters that, although cool, are no longer needed for this game. We have Shirianu Sword Saga, Shirianu Samurai Saga, Shirianu Squire Saga, Shirianu Shogun Saga, and Shirianu Sun Saga. All of these sagas. Alright, and then into the deck we will go. I am not going to take the time to actually separate all this because, like I say, I want to try and get 2 videos done today and get them both to fit on the film onto the phone's memory. So here we go. Ikubayo Dracomord is an awesome card because you can equip it, and the creature that you equip it to can attack. It destroys them at the end of the second turn after the player after it's been equipped. Like the second turn of the player that controls the monster. And then this card goes back to your hand. Book of Lunar Eclipse, discard to card, then target 2 face-up monsters on the field, change them face down defense position. Zombie Master, classic zombie. He's going to come up a couple times in here. Once per turn, you can send a card from monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon a lower 4 or lower zombie monster from anybody's graveyard. And yes, this deck does do that graveyard nonsense. Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion, because why not? Beautiful girl. I love her so much. Despair from the Dark, classic. 28 and 2,800 and 3,000 was insane stats at the time this card came out. And I do have the partner one of that in here too. Ryo Koki. I like this one just because it destroys a warrior or spellcaster type monster if it battles it. So, cool. Poison Mummy. Flip it up. Deal 500 damage. Find a way to flip it back down. Do it again. Lightning Storm. Insanely good card. For sure, for sure. Solidarity, because zombies. Shootin' Doji, I love this guy. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects, either banish 2 zombie types from your graveyard to draw a card, or target 1 banished zombie and return that card to the top of your deck. Great way to just filter through your graveyard, get it out, get it back into your deck. Yes, I used the word great already. Silly me. Ever-living underworld cannon, I love this one. Whenever a zombie gets special summoned, you get to deal 800 damage to your opponent. Mizuki, classic. Gets you a zombie whenever you banish this guy from your graveyard. Trap of the Imperial Tomb. Vampire Lady. Different Dimension Capsule. Pinpoint Guard. Heavy Storm Duster. Jacko Bolin. I remember not being able to play much with this one. This one was one I added later in the... like recently when I was doing updates kind of thing. Before I quit the game. But I think he's cool. Discard a zombie. Special summon this card from your hand. During your opponent's main phase, you can target a zombie in either graveyard. Special summon that monster. Then banish this guy face up until the end phase. Pretty neat. Shirianu Spectral Sword. For getting those Shirianu cards out. Cemetery Bomb, because once you fill up your graveyard full of zombies, it deals a whole bunch of damage. Giant Axe Mummy. Dragon Zombie. Classics. Some of these card sleeves have a bunch of, like, glue, it looks like, or something on them, unfortunately. Plague Spreader Zombie. I got, like, a really good copy of this one, too. The artwork on that one is insanely good. Tibbs is going to be going crazy when he sees this video. Ghost Fusion. I love Ghost Fusion. Pyramid of Wonders. Shadow Spell. Red Ogre. I love this guy. When he's normal summoned, you can send any number of cards from your hand to the graveyard, then return any number of cards from the field to their owner's hand. Clear the board and swing for game. Vampire's Curse. Another Plague Spreader. Pump Princess of the Princess of Ghosts is insane. I never realized how good this card was until I actually got a good look at it up close and personal. But if it's destroyed while it's in the monster zone, you can put it in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. And then during each player's standby phase, you put a counter on this thing, and all your opponent's monsters lose 100 in attack and defense for each counter on it. So weakens the crap out of your opponent's forces. Red Eye Zombie Dragon. Pyramid Turtle. I like Pyramid Turtle. It's cute. Overpowering Eye is a fun one. Zombie with 2,000 or less attack can attack your opponent directly this turn. Ghost Meets Girl. Masterful Miyakasu Shiriana Saga. I totally butchered that, but I love the artwork. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Mad Mauler. Just Desserts. Algul Mazera. Ghost Meets Girl, Miyakasu's Manuscript. Pump King, the King of Ghosts, because if you have the princess, you have to have the king. Zoma the Spirit. Castle of Dark Illusions. Twice. Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. I like this guy a lot, actually. It can't be attacked if you have another zombie on the field, and each time a zombie is special summoned, you get to send 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Terramorphing. Very important in this deck. Mizuki. Eldalich, the Golden Lord. This was from the 25th anniversary set. I got a pretty cool version of it, first edition, so tossed it in here. Another Pyramid Turtle. Zombie World, hence why I need the Terramorphing, because this deck runs, I think, 2 copies, maybe 3, of Zombie World. Violet Crystal, Falling Current, so that you can line up the levels for if you need to do the XYZ summoning or synchro summoning. Emma's Judgment. When your opponent special summons a monster, you get to destroy it. Then you can banish 5 zombie monsters from your graveyard, and if you do, special summon a level 7 or higher zombie monster from your hand or deck. Crazy cool trap. Call of the Mummy to get stuff back from your graveyard, or so you can special summon stuff from your hand as long as you don't control mummies. Or, sorry, as long as you don't control zombies. Kasha is actually my favorite zombie in this deck. It cannot be normal summoned or set. Cannot be special summoned except while you control 2 or more face-up zombies. When this thing is special summoned, you return all other monsters on the field to the deck. And this card's attack is equal to the number of zombie-type monsters returned this way. So if I have Zombie World out, it affects both boards. Well, it affects both boards either way. But it will give me that much more power, which is cool. Book of Life. Coffin Seller. Daki, the Graceful Miyakishi. Another Zombie Dragon. Shirianu Samurai. Card Destruction. Ghost Wyvern, the Underworld Dragon, is a neat one. 1700 and 0 defense. If it's normal summon or special summon, you can add a Ghost Fusion from your hand to your deck, which is the main reason it's in here. And the reason why I want that is because if I can play the Ghost Fusion, we already saw it earlier, but I'll go back and get it for you for a sec here. It was towards the beginning. There it is. If we can play the Ghost Fusion, we can special summon 1 fusion monster from our extra deck using only zombie monsters you control as material. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can also banish up to 1 zombie monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. The goal of which is to then get out the, of course, Draco Lord Nether Soul Dragon, because that thing is virtually unstoppable. Cannot be destroyed by battle with this. Monsters cannot be destroyed by battle with this card. At the end of the damage step, if this card battle a monster that has an original level, that monster's attack becomes 0 if that monster is still face up on the field. Then you special summon a Dark Soul token whose attack and level become equal to the original level and attack of the monster that you attacked. And this thing, I don't believe, gets killed either, as far as I remember correctly. Could be wrong about that. But it's still a really neat dragon monster. I like that. Or zombie monster. I like that one a lot. So that's why I have the Ghost Wyvern. Immortal Ruler, another zombie master. Armored Zombie, another zombie world. Marionette Might. Devouring Sarcophagus. Plague Wolf. Aww, cute little puppy. Sakurus Drew Armor because it's one of my favorite traps of all time. Call of the Haunted because it's a zombie deck, you have to. Red Moon Baby because it's a cutie baby. Patrician of Darkness is fun. As long as this monster remains face up on the field, you get to control where your opponent's attacks go. Another Call of the Mummy, Dark Room of Nightmare, Goblin Zombie, another Pyramid Turtle, Master Kionshi, Shirianu Squire, Paladin of the Cursed Dragon, twice. Scapegoat! Such a cutie. Tribute to the Doomed, Getsu Fuma. Because if I'm going to make everybody's creatures a zombie, I might as well be able to destroy them with ease. Haunted Zombies. Endless Decay. That is a huge one in this deck. It's gotten me several wins before. Doombearer Psychopumpus. Zombie Necronize. And another Book of Life to end off. Oh, no, we got a little bit more. Sorry. I forgot there was a little bit more sitting over here. Oh, no, those are ones we've already gone over. Yep, okay, that's it. Anyways, yeah, I want to end this video there. I just wanted to say I am super stoked that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is coming back, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm looking forward to doing some rehashes on some of these decks and making them into viable decks for the new Genesys format. Last shot of Kaiba as we go out. And from him over there who's taking a nap, and irritated with me because I'm taking too long. And myself over here on the bed, super psyched and having my ADHD moment. We hope you guys have a great day. Love you all. Bye.